Singabulala amasiko ethu sithatha amasiko abanye abantu siwenza wethu.
Dumelang, Moroi, Salubonani, Molweni. Welcome to Magriza and Gogo. My name is Prince Sibalo Mahlangu. Unzuza kanana unzuzu kodwa umasingilili. Umkheche thina bontshangasi. So welcome to the show. Today we just want to take a look at African herbs. And we have seen with some of the videos that we have done, you are so much passionate about African herbs. And we believe African herbs are so much intertwined in our culture. So today we're going to get some insights, going to get a guide from Magriza and also talk within the dimension of African spirituality, the importance of these herbs. Welcome to Magriza and Gogo.
Siyalibingelela bakwamthokazi sithi esikhosini esikhulu. Amadlozi amakhulu abantu abadala bayibona basigcinileyo abalele ngaphansi kwamanzi. Njalo bavele behlala emanzini. Basinikwa yibo okuphilisa abantu. Isihlahla zonke sizinikwa yibo. Asizidingi babuya ebuthongweni basitshela ukuthi hamba uthatha isihlahla esinje ukuzosiza umuntu la kanye nyimsizi. Laba ngobaba abayihloka kaligamuli siyaligamulisa silenza ukuthi ligamule uma lapha livela ukuthi liyagamula. Ubulawa liqolo siyamlungisa konke eqolweni lona lelo esikwaziyo kokonoko komdeni ukuze kube la khathesi yena lo limbona khona pha mngani wami siyazihambela sodwa egangeni sesisehluleka nje ngoba sesikhulile sesithenga imithi ebantwini kodwa amadlozi ethu kavumi siyazihambela thina egangeni siyozigebhela asigejelwa ngomunye umuntu ungaphutshisa isihlahla kuhambe esigebha ngoba sidabuke lakho ngokomdabuko ngokosiko la kwethu lapho esavela khona sizalwe sifica vele kunjalo. Lapho umehluko wesangoma lenyanga inyanga ngekuchaya amathambo isazi izihlahla iyelapha umuntu kodwa isangoma asichayi mathambo sizwa ngomoya siyavumisa njalo sivumisele egangeni silenkundla so lapho esivumisela khona isangoma. Inyanga ile ndawo yayo layo lapha elaphela khona ukuthi elaphela la ngoba inyanga ayizwa ngomoya isangoma sizwa ngomoya siyaphembela siyavumisa siyalijwa ukuze sikhiphe leyo nto la kanye sihambe siyeyikhipha. Inyanga ichaya amathambo ibona ukuthi ubani uhamba ngalokhu ikwizakwanisa ukuthi melapha umuntu njalo kwesisikhathi iyachayelwa ngabanye bese bethumela ukuthi hamba ukwelatshwa endaweni engaka afike emelaphe asile.
Sisukuma njoba sibabili kuhamba lo mata wami Gogo Matawu layele laba kibo abamqhubayo siyacela asiphomba usuma nje singena iganga sisiyagebha imithi. Siyacela ngoba kuleminye imithi ongafanelanga siyibambe ngezandla. Omunye umuthi uyawuthi nxa ukha ugamle ngolutho uthayele phansi uthathe. Yikho sabe sicela ubanikazi besinika indlela ukuthi sihambe siyekwenza lokho. Siyekwenza sibe lemithi yethu kuhle. Asisela amandla nje ogebha ngoba sihamba labantwana besincedise esingabe siyakufuna esingabe siyakugebha. Kule mithi eminye efanele ukuthi njengoba kunje sesiyangena ukuchiseni kulabonyonga amagazi athini. Igazi lomuntu phela liyanquma liyavuthwa emzimbeni. Kule minye imithi omama bangafanele beyinathi bakhulula igazi azizwe nje umzimba kulula ewunatha ngochago. Ukhona omunye lawo baba bangawudla umuthi bewunatha ngochago bezikhulula igazi labo bezwe imizimba bisiba lula bebe lempilo enhle. Kuba kuhle khona kuyana. Sike sikhulume ngathi esilangele ukuza ukuthi igazi lomuntu lichise ungahlala uphomba uqanatha usefrijini. Uma chisa uyanceda kakhulu igazi lakho ukuthi lichise uzizwe uphila lawo. Umganu ungawunatha kancane ngoba umganu uyabopha ithumbu lo muntu awufanele lihlale likhamisile. Uzizwe ungena umoya uphume emlonyeni uzophuma phansi. Kuyakulimaza khona kuyana ithumbu lo muntu ngofanele unatha umganu kancane. Ususithi labo umgugudu bakho. Nxa ubona isipeyiti omunye phela isipeyiti kasikwanisi. Natha kancane kukuncedise umzimba wakho. Umlomo mnandi ngesinye isihlahla esihle kakhulu uyazigezela nje. Njalo uyawufaka ephorishini lakho udle umlomo mnandi wenzisa ukuncedisa lentolwane lomgugudu lesikhathi ukuthi kungababi kakhulu. Ngoba bazazo sithi hayi kuyababa awuba umuntu wesintu lo awubabi man umnandi umuntu wesintu. Uzinathele uzifakele nje ephorishini yakho udle ufake lentolwane lomgugudu nesafice la umlomo mnandi uzidlele nje. Impilo emnandi kakhulu yena leyo nxa ungaziphila. Mina nxa ungangikhayela ngilapha sengimdala kodwa usoze ukuthi I'm 74 years old. Ngisazihambela ngenza konke engadini nami ngiyalima. Ngangena engadini nami ukuthi ngisuthi ngilima njani awusoze ukuthi ugogo lo ngiyolima. Ngenxa ukuthi ngiyaziphatha umzimba wami ngazo nezinto zesintu ezomdabu ezakithi ezendulo.
Based on this premise provided by Magriza, it is important to note that within the perspective of African herbalism or within the perspective of African herbalist, African herbalist or Sangoma, when treating clients, they use what's termed symbolic manipulation. So symbolic manipulation is they go to a tree and now determine, let's say they want to heal a wound. So they'll go to that tree and see how that tree can heal its own wound. So then they now extract the herb based on how that tree heals its own wound. And taking note also that not all plants are capable of healing themselves.
Namhlanje umama angabeletha usekhululekile laphana kasakwazi ukuthi ayexoza umganu afike ufake emanzini awulalise phansi awuvuke kusene uhlalela apheke ilambazi adle akusekho konke lokho yikho sebebulawa ngamaqolo bebancinyana abantwana thina kudala sasithungabeletha uhlale phezulu komganu noma intolwane uhlale phezulu kwayo uyidle uyenza uphozise ngophondolola lolo likhulunywe ugogo umankomo endulo kwakunganjalo wawuvuke kuseni umuntu ongumama athatha amanzi akhe ayehlalela egeza enzani uyakwazi umuntu ongumama amanti kwakuhlalelwa kwakusenziwani kugulwa kwenzenyana bona ukuthi ugule kakhulu ukhitshele ngaphandle bekuhlalela ingiga bakuphozise ngophondo lwenkomo uzuye uqine ukhona le ngaphandle ubuye ekhaya ngitsho lamajaha labo balezimbiza zabo bengakathathi benjalo balembiza zabo abazinathayo abaziphiwayo ukuthi lanxa ethola umuzi wakhe atholakale eqinile angabi ngulo ongaqinanga. Namhlanje amasiko kasisawazi sesiwalahlile zwanini okuchiwo zinyanga kasitsho ukuthi siyakwazi konke kukhona ongakwaziyo kukhona okwaziyo kodwa mina ngokwami ngesintu ngisiqhakathekile kakhulu ngoba nginje mina ngizolo ngo1936 ngoSeptember 10 kodwa ngiqinile ngakugijime lami ngitsho ngoba iqolo lami liqinile kakhulu ngisalima nyenze konke yonke into yami yazenzela akukho engakwenziyo nyenza konke ngisendlini yami khona la.
So it's also important to note that Africa relies a lot on symbolic manipulation. I'm saying Africa because I know some of these philosophies, the world with the cosmology, it applies also to other African countries. And you find some of the herbs that we use here in Zimbabwe, the trees are readily available across Africa. In addition, also this becomes apparent when one looks at how an African herbalist behaves with regard to the tree which he wants to extract some medicine. So in Southern Africa here, and indeed in other parts of Africa, herbalists will render chants before extracting medicinal plants from the tree. So the underlying belief is that if this is not done, the efficacy of the extracted medicine may be compromised. So as you also see, the time of the day when medicinal parts are extracted also comes into play. An important conservation method that is used by healers when digging for herbs is that ugebha kwempande is usually done, or the barks of the tree usually done facing the sun. So the belief is that the herb will have these traces of renewal, of restoration, of aliveness, of source of strength that we get from the sun. And there is no herb that is extracted from a dead tree. The belief also is that a tree with life will also give life to the person.
Ngilapha kulapha kwethu kuchiyeni. Kulabanye abahlanganisa isichechi ababizwa kuthiwa ngamagedla lathi esabathola benjalo. Abolubunyanga obulesichechi phakathi. Thina selapha kuphela ngemithi yethu ngamadlozi ethu yiwo selapha ngawo. Kulabanye abazinyanga abangaphuma amadlozi, abalamadlozi okuthiwa ngamalinda aphimele emzimbeni wabo, elihlala lisemzimbeni wakhe, elimtshengisa izihlahla, elimphuphisa izihlahla. Yibo ababizwa kuthiwa ngamalinda abosiko, abomdabuko wakwabo, lilinda lakwabo lelo eliphumela yena. Kulesangoma esihamba siyethwasiswa, kulabanye abangathwasiswayo, kulabanye abathwasisa emanzini, abathwasela emanzini esibabiza kuthiwa zinjuzu labo. Beke isangoma sona sivele sidla impepha, siyahamba ediweni siyephehla, siyeqise indengezi, sidle inyamazana, sibheme konke ompepha kuze kufike isikhathi sokuthi sesiyakwendiswa. Isangoma siyendiswa ngo-Agasti, September, ngo-October hayi akula sangoma esiyendiswayo. Njalo kungeneni bangena ngo-September entwasa lapha abangena khona ekuthwaseni.
Sikhulume ngempepha, amaZulu bathi impepho. Impepha le ilendawo ezimbili ezintathu. Impepha iyalungisa kakhulu abantwana abazelwe bebabili bebathathu, amaphahla wona okuthiwa ngamawele. Bathungiselwa ngayo, balungiswa ngayo, abalungiswa ngenye into ngaphandle kwempepha. Njalo impepha le izangoma ziyayibhema, iyadonsa umoya wesangoma into beseduze. Yikho kubona kubesetshenziswa impepha. Impepha njalo abanye bayahlala nxa ukuthi bayaphahla, baphahla ngayo impepha becela amadlozi abo. Okunye nxa ukuthi abantu bayabe becela kwabakibo abalala phansi ngokuthula, abanye bayasebenzisa amanzi bawafaka emganwini wesihlahla, beyesihlahleni esivele sikhulunywa ngamadlozi. Isihlahla esikhuluma ngaso ngamadlozi, nxa singikhaya ungaba lesihlahla othi ngikhulumela lapha esihlahleni sami, uthathe-ke umganu lwana uyekhuluma khona phana uphahla. Nxa kuyikuthi lotshwala bakho buphekile utshwala kumbe udingile utshwala besintu suthele emganwini wakho, susiyababikela abakini uthi hayi nanku akudliwe kube kuhle, bedle khona phana esihlahleni ubathele phansi, bayadla bayachelisa, bayabonga labo konke uyabukwenzile. Ngoba ngithi umuntu uvuna lapho lime khona, labo babamkhulu badla kithi ngoba thina basilimile phela.
Another treatment that is used for twins is what's called impepha. So this is Ndebele, but in isiZulu this is known as impepho. So also apart from the twins, this is also used for, it's got so many uses in terms of ukuphahla, ukukhuluma nabaphansi. So impepho is an incense. It's also known as African sage. So it holds so many uses. Okay, then there is umganu. This is bark from the amarula tree. That's famous from the amarula drink that we know of. But also within the African culture, that tree holds so much significance. Firstly, let me look at the uses of the bark. The bark is also used to cook porridge. The bark is also used to dye. Then also in esikubiza isiNdebeleni, umganu uyapeyitisa. Umganu senza nxa ufuna ukupeyita. So as in if you want to clean your stomach. So sisakula. That one was a nice process. Ugogo vele wayesibamba. Even ngazisambe ekhaya ngale kugogo machabala, it was also the same thing. But actually after that process you just like feel so clean. And it also reminds me of a quote that I read somewhere, that you cannot fight an evil disease with sweet medicine. So that's all the uses of. They also, I know they're so extended also to other cultures. So that is umganu.
Ispade izikhona ezokuspade. Nyakho uqala kwawuphusulo kuzwa ngophondo. Uphondo lenkomo silubhokozwe ngale. Thela umuthi laphana kuvuthelwe ke umuntu aspade umbone esila. Ngoba iqolo lelalo nxa lihlezi lamatheketheke linzima kakhulu iqolo nxa lilamatheketheke. Amatheketheke eqolo afuna akhitshwe silumuntu abe clean. Ngespade lesi uyaziphumela nje ukuziphumela amatheketheke uziphumela. kumbe nje kwezinye insuku ungabona ukuthi isisu sakho singcolile ukusidingela izihlahla zokuthi usihlambulule usigeze nje isisu sakho ugeze ukhiphe yonke ingcekeza uzizwe uhlala uclean.
Umlotha uyawuhlanganisa lo mgugudu noma lentolwane ubusuthatha-ke wena muntu ongumama uye usebenzisa njengokusebenzisa kwakho umuntu ongumama uyakwazi ukuthi usebenzisa njani. Emntwini wesilisa umlotha uyawuhlanganisa lesinyayi awunathe. Lesinye isihlahla angikwazi ukuthi ngasibiza njani sithi umkayigayi uhlanganise ndawonye abe ngumuntu ongubaba lo usehlangane lo muntu ongumama esekubini. Ukuthethela sinje sichiyeni. Omunye ulokuthethela kwakhe omunye ulokuthethela kwakhe. Ukuthethela abanye bathethela ngegwayi abanye bathethela njalo ngophoko ahambe lalo. Abanye isihlahla sokuthethelela isihlahla sevumila esinetha amanzi lempaca enetha amanzi enetha izulu lomkamba okunetha izulu. Izihlahla zokuthethela lezi lomgano nalesikhulume ngawo izihlahla ezemukelwa ngamadlozi ngoba yizo ezikhala amanzi. Suzathethela ke khona lapho. Abanye njalo esephekile utshwala lobuyana ulembiza ayikhiphayo elalayo enganathwanga. Kusasa ke sokuvuka kuthiwa sesichitheka lapha sebenatha imbiza yamadlozi sebenatha obukhulu mhlana belala begida. Esevuka ke kuseni sokuthiwa sesichitha yiko kuthiwa yikuchitha amadlozi ekuseni. Selichithekile ke laphana yena ke umnikazi inkundla usasale selungisa izinto zakhe zonke usebabikela amadlozi ngokuthethela kwakhe. Kulotshwala fanele abuthela enkundleni yakhe oyabethethela kanjalo. Abuthela enkundleni yakhe sebabikela ubani sengiqedile umsebenzi wami ebenyiwenza. Sebememukela labo babonge. Abanye njalo bathethelela emfuleni abe ngamadlozi emanzini. Njengenzuzu ithethelela emanzini njalo inzuzu kayithetheli. Ukuthethela kwayo ubani uyengena emanzini usiyathatha izihlahla zakhe ubuye lazo ezenzuzu uzozisebenzisa.
Umlotha, what's termed wood ash, and it's actually common to find wood ash from the braais and also cooking. But within here in Zimbabwe, we are used to using two types of trees that are common for this. There is one that's made from a tree that's known as mtswiri and one made from the mopane tree, upane. So the wood ash, interestingly, within Ndebele culture, there is an analogy that looks at the role of a wood ash within fights and conflicts. So if there is a fight or people are not getting along well, the wood ash represents a sort of antagonist towards that fight. So if you look at that analogy and you've got the fire, the raging fire now represents conflict, arguments, people not getting along, disagreements, and so on. Then the wood ash now represents it being called also opposite direction, fighting unconsciousness with consciousness. So that wood ash, the process that's known as ukumelana umlotha ngesindebele. So you just take that and people sort of like resolve that. Umlotha is used for twins here within Ndebele culture. Nxa ule phahla and iphahla iqalise ukuba lenkulisa, you just take umlotha and just like this on the baby boy, on the baby girl, and that thing will just disappear within a few seconds.
Ake sibuyelene emasikweni ayekhona kibokhokho. Kibokhokho kwakusethi ungaba lemkhuhlane njengoba kade sibedle emkhuhlane nje so. Kugijinywe kuyebikwa. Wawule ndawo yakho nebikwa imkhuhlane nalenxa ikhona. Kubika ukuthi umkhuhlane nje usungene ebantwini. Atsho yena uNkulunkulu khona lutho uthi athini. Akuphendule lokho. Ake sibuyelene emasikweni. Singabulala amasiko ethu. Singabulala amasiko ethu sithatha amasiko abanye abantu siwenza wethu. Namhlanje silezifo ezingapheliyo outhi ze ukuthi aziselapheki. Khathi into eziyelapheka zona lezo nxa kuyikuthi silandela amasiko ethu konke kuyalunga. nxa kuyikuthi mbe liyabe lithanda ukuthi ukuzwisise sizalitshela amanamba ethu likhulumisane lathi silitshele nxa lingezwisisi.
Thank you for watching. Just a shout out to Magriza for the knowledge and also taking note the importance of Sangoma, izinyanya, the spiritual healers within African cosmology, on their role of transferring indigenous knowledge from the other world to the world that we are here, and also the herbs, the use of the herbs, untolwane, uskhaqa, umganu, impepo. Yeah, so tell me what you think on the use of African herbs, and also some of the herbs that we discussed here. What are they called in your mother language, and what uses do you use them? Because remember, one form of treatment or diagnosis does not apply also to another community. So this discussion was mostly fixated on the Ndebele culture and also on Zimbabwe at a larger scale. So my name is Symbolic. I'll catch you on the next one. Remember, keep the love, keep the wound. Towards Kamako. Lesedi. Peace.